Hi everyone and Merry Christmas! Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a special Christmas reading. I decided to do a 9-card spread where we'll be looking at the past, present, and future, so you can treat it as the ghost of Christmas, past, present, and future. What it will mean in terms of, the messages, the meaning behind it is that we're looking at painting a picture of where you are right now, how you got here, right? What to look forward to, that kind of style. It's one of the classic tarot spreads anyway, and I feel that it's very appropriate today. It just came to me today. We're doing past, present, and future. That's it. Of course, I will pull an oracle message. So this is a collective read, but this is how we're treating it. For everyone who watches, we're gonna get to you that clarity, that information. And then I've got, so my main read is gonna be with the Spellcaster Tarot deck. I know a lot of you have missed this deck. And then at the end, because we're also interested in love, seeing what's going on there, I've got this Golden Foil Tarot, and I'll pull messages from your person of interest to yourself. If you're single, this still applies to you. This means, obviously that energy, that, perfect match, or at least like the soulmate match, let's call it that way. That is more accurate in my opinion. They're already connected to you, right? So they also have something to say at this time. All right, so let's get started. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you have holiday spirit. I don't have my tree this year, first of all because I'm on the road pretty much non-stop, but also because I'm taking care of pets and most of them aren't compatible with Christmas trees and decorations. But I am traveling with my Christmas lights, so added a little bit of sparkle, and like this is also like is gonna be taken off as soon as I turn off the camera. I have my little disco light with me as well, so adding a little bit festivity to this. And of course, in the next couple of days, I'll start uploading January reads, and we will see. I think I will add an additional. I didn't see much interest in doing the 2026 readings for each zodiac sign, so I'm not gonna do that. But what I will do is I'll add an additional taste to the read, and at the end I'll pull some like good news to look forward to, where I will use major arcanas from a certain deck, and this will be like the big news, like what to look forward to, what's coming up for you in 2026. At least what is there a potential for? Because remember that tarot is all about potential. It doesn't guarantee that things are gonna work out this one specific way, but it gives you clarity, it gives you possibility, and it gives you perspective, if anything, something that you want to work towards maybe, or what feels like an aligned path, and maybe taking more conscious steps towards that path if that feels right. All right, with all that said, let's pull a message from the Cosmic Journey Oracle first. Trust and act accordingly. Yeah, I feel like this is a nice confirmation and summary of what I was just talking about, right? Trust the tarot, the intuition, the energy, and act accordingly. It doesn't just stop with getting a message and just sitting and waiting, like, oh, I don't know, big abundance is coming in 2026. Okay, I like that. And you change, sorry about that, and you change nothing about your life. It's like, maybe that's exactly the push and the nudge to act towards something new that you haven't considered before, right? That will give you that edge, that will open up those doors. So, in any case, let's do the past, present, and future first, and we'll see where it takes us. For the past, we have the Fool. That's our trust. I like this. We have Three of Swords. And we have Six of Wands. For the present, we have Page of Cups. Death, and Queen of Wands. Okay, a little bit of Cups, a little bit of Wands, and Major Arcanas. Water and fire, I like that already. The future, we have the Star. We have Six of Pentacles. And Five of Pentacles. Interesting. We'll talk about abundance for sure in this one. Bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. Yeah, so you are getting signs and synchronicities. It's very important to pay attention to them. It's not like, you know, you see, I don't know, you see 11:11 on the clock. Let's take a classic one, right, as an example. And you're like, oh, that's a great day, or like it makes you smile, and you just, again, keep doing exactly what you were doing. It's like, no, it's a nudge, it's a message. What were you thinking about? What were you considering choosing between? You know, who were you about to connect to or move away from? Like what, like it has a meaning behind it. And of course you can ask additional questions, you can ask for additional signs, but it's important not to abandon that sign, not to treat it as a kind of a blessing on its own and just move on. I mean, it is, but it's not the main point, you know? All right, for the past, we had the Fool, Three of Swords, and Six of Wands. So there was a lot of hope and faith and confidence in the bright future, whether it was personally or financially or maybe even both, right? And the universe proved you wrong multiple times, to the point where it broke your heart, to the point where you may have felt foolish for trusting it so much, for just going with it without a good contingency plan, right? Just like following the flow, right? It felt not victorious, but maybe the other way around, because it didn't bring the results that you wanted necessarily, whether it's, again, it's some kind of relationship story or connected with abundance and success in public. So what we see now, Page of Cups, Death, and Queen of Wands, is that you're actually being molded, being shaped into a better version of yourself, into the higher level of consciousness, if anything. And by the way, this is not even about the gender, this is more of an energy, but this is about that wisdom, that knowledge of thyself, you know, understanding who you are, what your gifts are, and what you can do, how you've transformed and how you can transform others. Very interesting message, right? But it needs to be taken with humility, right? And not so much with what I can get out of it, but what can I offer with this, with an open heart, honestly, without sacrificing myself, without feeling like I'm giving up on my life or anything like that. Like, it needs to be healthy, a healthy exchange, but without the agenda. And again, this is not to get anyone into guilt and shame mode. We all do that, right? But this is to stop and think for a moment of what kind of an image you're embracing for yourself, what kind of a new identity is coming together. And what do you want to do with that energy, with that knowledge, with that wisdom? How can you create more goodness in the world, right? Or at least more goodness in your life, but I don't mean, again, in a selfish way. I mean for people around you, for people who matter to you, for your family and friends, for your local community. That's a really great place to start. Because we talk a lot, especially as light workers, we talk a lot about, you know, being a change to the mankind, to the global community, to the world. And it feels like, you know, a lot of weight on our shoulders. But the truth is, when you are making changes locally, you're creating impact globally. I'm sure that you've heard about that saying. Think about it some more, you know, and it has a ripple effect regardless, right? Wherever you're showing up in your high vibrational energy, it creates a ripple effect. It creates impact. People are living in a different transformed state of mind or different vibration that then they are carrying with them. And that already creates a difference. You can think of it that way. Of course, it's a lot more than that, but it's the easiest way probably to illustrate this. In the future, we have the Star, Six of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles. Okay, again, new vision, maybe even completely new path, or at least the path that you had in mind is now being lit up for you, so you can see, yes, this is me, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Now I can see clearly. And again, the next step and the truth lies in, why do you even want to do it? Are you doing it because of, I'm hearing pity, so I'm going to say it, pity or greed or anger or loneliness and wanting to belong and to be that hero that saves the day? Or you're doing this because you want to create a difference in life, even if you stay anonymous? That's actually a great way to check how sincere your intentions are. If you're willing to stay completely anonymous, for nobody to say thank you, or to pay you back, to reward you in some sort, to recognize your efforts, that's the sincere effort of doing something good, something kind, something generous in life. As soon as you think that you're actually expecting something in return, the buzz sound is sounded. You again, from the Six of Pentacles, you go into Five of Pentacles, in this needy energy, which again, none of us are exempt from. But this is why we're on the conscious path and the spiritual path, to recognize when we fall into this, when we feel the need to be recognized, to be supported, to be repaid somehow, right? For this return on investment, if you wish. Right? And you can always, once you recognize that you're in this space, you can always move back to Six of Pentacles. Bring more peace and harmony, bring more nurture and love into your life, as you are. Don't even need other people for it, right? It's in your hands to do that healing and to continue following the path. Okay, last but not least, we'll get a message from your person of interest. So that's in the future. What I will add to that very quickly is that there may be a temptation to deal with certain resources a certain way, right? To either please others or to benefit yourself, where maybe it wasn't intended for you to begin with, where you didn't see it like that when you entered that space, that project. But eventually you're like, why not? I mean, I deserve this. Maybe more than others at this time, so I'm just gonna keep it for myself. Something along those lines comes in. So be careful with that. It will be a test. But if anything, the purpose is to discover more of yourself and where you are right now and what you want to do with it. Okay, message from your person of interest to yourself. This is a message for you on this Christmas day. Judgment. And we'll take a clarifier. The Chariot. Oh my god, look at this major arcanus. This is, wow. This is pretty huge. I mean, both of them have this angelic figures, right? It's number 7 and number 20. Make of it what you wish, but to me, this is like clarity of direction. Your person is getting clarity of direction of where they are going and where this is going. They understand much more of why the two of you have come together, why you mean so much to them, and what they want to do with it. Now, especially because it's major arcanus, this is some kind of revelation that is being presented to them. So it's not like one day they woke up and decided something. No, it's a revelation to them, right? They're seeing this, and it may take a moment to get their head around it. But things are starting to make a lot more sense on, first of all, where the two of you are, why you're here, why you're a good match, what makes the two of you a good couple, and what they want to do next with this. For those of you who are single and watching this person is now realizing what is it that they want from a partnership with the opposite energy. They're getting this clarity. Again, it's more of a like subtle signs, but they're picking them up, and they're understanding like this. I thought this was the sign of a happy couple, and now it's like, ooh, maybe not, right? But this is actually very important to me. And this is a collective message, so I'm not gonna go much into details, but this is definitely that process of adulting, right? Of seeing deeper, seeing further than what meets the eye. All right, so a lot is happening to your person. Hopefully that will mean some new communication and messages for the two of you. And I hope this was actually a useful reading for you. If so, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. And until next time.